have a book recommendation for you today. It's called The $1 Trillion Coach. It's by Eric Schmidt, the former CEO and chairman at Google. It's about Bill Campbell, a former football coach turned executive coach out in Silicon Valley. Coached people you might have heard of like Steve Jobs, Eric Schmidt, who has written the book, worked with Jeff Bezos and others. And called $1 Trillion Coach appropriate enough based on the net worth and value of these companies of the people that he coached was over $1 trillion. And so you're talking to somebody who's executive coaching at the highest levels. And what struck me as I read this book, I was looking for and waiting for, I guess, some really deep, complicated, sophisticated leadership and coaching techniques, obviously, because of those are deeply sophisticated and complicated in large companies. And what I found was, as I read it, very easy read, very well done, and how the coaching points, the leadership points, are just I want to say simple and basic. They're what most of us know and probably don't execute on well enough, and then try to make things more complicated, which was I thought was going to be in there, than they really are. I mean, I'm not going to ruin the book for you. It's really well done. I highly recommend that you read it. But, you know, talking about caring about people, you're right. We know that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So he talks about that in there with Bill Campbell, who's since passed away, by the way. So Eric Schmidt has written this book about him. Being authentic to yourself, listening, really listening. Great way to show that you care about someone, listening to them, coaching them hard. Giving them feedback, both good, celebrating wins, and also giving them the feedback, the tough love feedback that they need to hear. It's interesting, this great coach doesn't mean that you never have a tough conversation with somebody, not at all. In fact, the more you care about them, the tougher conversations you may have, and I think the more you care about them, the better they will receive these conversations, and that seems to be the case for this book. But also knowing when to encourage people, right? Letting them know that you believe in them and they can do it, and then holding them accountable to what they're supposed to do, and just, you know, coming back around and leading with people first in everything that you do. And again, not complicated concepts at all, but so effective, and having the discipline to remember those and to put those first always, and not make it more complicated, and not make it about driving numbers, but about working with people, helping them, coaching them, developing them, and knowing, again, when you do that, the numbers will be there at the end. So give it a read and let me know what you think.